Fabric used for firefighter turnout gear tested positive for the presence of per- and polyfluorinated alkyl substances (PFAS), according to the study published in Environmental Science and Technology Letters, led by Graham Peasley, professor of physics at the University of Notre Dame. When we ran our initial tests, the fluorine content was so high, there was little question as to whether or not we'd find PFAS in a larger sample of gear, said Peasley. Our primary concern, as is always the case when it comes to these particular chemicals, became how much of it is coming off the gear and getting into the environment. Peasley's team tested more than 30 samples of used and unused personal protective equipment (PPE) from 6 specialty textile M. Firefighters' PPE or turnout gear is comprised of 3 layers: a thermal layer, worn closest to the skin, covered by a moisture barrier designed for water resistance, and the outer shell. Some of these chemicals have the ability to migrate off treated surfaces and materials, meaning the PFAS in the moisture barrier and outer shell PPE could potentially contaminate the thermal layer and come in direct contact with skin. If they touch the gear, it gets on their hands, and if they go fight a fire and they put the gear on and take it off and then go eat and don't wash hands, it could transfer hand to mouth, said Peasley. The answer is probably. Peasley's study is the first to identify this potential source of PFAS exposure in firefighting PPE and argues that more studies are needed. Known as forever chemicals, PFAS have been found in fast food wrappers and containers, non-stick cookware, child car seats and firefighting foams. In a previous study, co-authored by Peasley, researchers found the chemicals accumulate in the body after entering the bloodstream, and PFAS have been linked to 4 of the top 8 cancers which have been found more commonly in firefighters, including testicular cancer, mesothelioma, non-Hodgkin's. The study also presented evidence of the potential hazard of these chemicals in PPE in 2 other ways. Dust samples taken from a PPE distribution facility in one fire district also tested positive for fluorine, consistent with the ability of these chemicals to shed off their gear onto other surfaces. The team also observed fluorine transfer from the outer shell onto gloved hands upon handling, proving that this could be an exposure source from PFAS to firefighters. Further work needs to be done to assess the extent of this risk to firefighters, said Peasley, an affiliated member of the ECH Institute for Global Health and the Environmental Change Initiative. But until this risk is estimated, operational steps can be taken to minimize occupational exposure to these PFAS while still using the PPE to keep the firefighters safe on the job. Peasley suggests that the long-term solution would be to find a healthier alternative to PFAS which can provide EQ. Thanks for watching. Do you like my video? Then show me your love by pressing like button. Please subscribe my channel and hit bell icon for new technology updates. Bye bye.